All right. How's everybody doing, man? So, let me tell you what God is teaching me, what God taught me today. First of all, what God taught me and told me was basically not to worry about what I could have done in the past or if I'm doing every little thing perfect or right or if I made a mistake or not, but to move forward and move ahead and do it the right way now. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I've been doing it the right way. It ain't me. Like I said, it's these other folks. And that was my whole thing. Like, I've always separated myself from people, right, who aren't positive or people who don't want to acknowledge reality. Like, I get away from folks like that. And I did. And that's the problem with the internet. But like I said, we have no connection, no attachment, no relationship, no nothing. And now y'all got to watch me win. Feel me? Not only do you got to watch me win, but there's divine confirmation on your community wall of what's coming next. There you go. So I done told you, I told you 100%. I told you folks not to play with me. I told you I got God with me. Told you I control the spiritual realm. What happened to these folks? Are they waiting on me or what? Sure. I didn't know if you were waiting on me or if you're go on YouTube, type in Batman the Alchemist. Yeah, it's my channel. Have a good one. There you go. So, like I said, um, every day is a learning experience, man. Sorry, this cape is kind of freaking me out. I keep feeling stuck on my arms. What the hell is that? It's a weird siren. Oh, that's a you know what truck. I just saw it. Huh. All right, here, give me a second real quick. I'm gonna do my videos like always. I'll be right back. Hold up. All right, I'm back. So yeah, like I said, God is steadily working on me, man, steadily teaching me. I think that all this is for my greater good, man. Truly, I think that it's meant to teach me things, and I think that's how life works, man. I don't think it goes the way that we want it to. I think that it a lot of times I think it goes the way we don't want it to, but in the process teaches us something. Hold on real quick. All right, I'm back. But yeah, I think everything is a learning experience. At least when you're in alignment like me and you're totally in touch with your purpose and you actually know where you're going and where you're headed. But that's my thing. Like I said, this is definitely my purpose, and I'm gonna continue to do God's work and God's will, and you know the will of God, and continue to grow with God and continue to do the right thing. Um, that is not cool. Hold up, might have to run. I can hear him. I'm hearing them. It's dogs. Can y'all hear them? But yeah, just got to pay attention. Like I said, what are we at? Like 122 world records, getting stronger every day. Like I said, I was trying to do a lift today and my legs tipped over for the first time completely. And I shouldn't be laughing because it was pretty bad, but I have it all on camera. I'm not going to put it on here, I don't think, but like it was pretty crazy, bro. I mean, I came down, fast. I came down hard and I just landed on top of the bars and it didn't feel nice. I mean, I had to sit down. I had to actually lay down for a little. It was bad. But I got through it. My leg is a little bit messed up, a little hurting, but it's nothing I'm gonna like go get checked out or anything. Probably I don't care. I'll just heal and keep moving. I usually heal through everything. I always do. God regenerates me, but that's the thing. Yeah, I don't even understand. Yeah, there's a lot of physical stuff I go through doing this. Same thing with the steel armor. Today it kind of got me. It's always in the same area, even with the neck protection. It's it doesn't stop that or block that, but that's why I'm working on ducking down because it's mostly when I put my head down like this, when I duck to like anytime I duck to get low, that's when the issues happen normally. Or when I do like a kick, it'll kick back And this is pure steel, mind you. You know what I'm saying? So I already told y'all what it is, but you got to be one strong dude. I mean, to do what I'm doing in 18 gauge steel armor, and like there's nothing protecting, any of this area. And that's where it always happens, so it'll ricochet back. Basically, it'll move back up on me, or it'll catch me and I'll get stuck right there, and then it'll just keep on moving. So hearing stuff, probably animals. See if they're following me. Dogs. But like I said, it's just a difficult thing. There's always something difficult, but I mean, bro, I've gotten to the point that, I don't even know. I'll have all sorts of issues, bro, from it. Like, I got to the point where I'd have like trouble swallowing and didn't know if I was going to be able to do anything or eat or anything. Like, I've worked through stuff like that. So that's why it's just a matter of respect, man. When people speak my name, it don't matter who you are, you gonna put some respect on my name. Feel me? Like, y'all already know I'm limitless. I mean, to you, I'm something completely different. I'm the immortal vampire for real, like I told you. And I just get stronger and stronger and stronger. And these folks are upset because they don't have an answer for me. This has nothing to do with YouTube. I have no back and forth. I have nothing going on with any folks on YouTube. All of them are just talking to themselves. And, they just want to be a part of what I'm doing. And they don't know how to be respectful. You're not a part of this. Very simple. Anybody who doesn't make my life better, you're not going to be a part of anything I'm doing. You just can't be a part of my life. I'm sorry. It's just how it works. If you're not bringing something to the table, and God told me that too, word for word today. What else did he tell me? There's a couple of things. Like I said, not to, I guess, cry over spilled milk, so to speak, but this is not spilled milk. But my point is, like, not to worry about mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. And like I said, we're just going to continue to stand up for what's right and do what we do here. But I'm all good now. I'm calm. I'm chill. You know what I mean? That was the thing. I felt like God made all that happen today, man. I think that, I don't think I know. I think God sent everyone over there because to show me like that not everybody's against me, that there's people on my side, that what I'm going through, I'm not going through by myself, even though I kind of have been, but that I'm not alone and everything. So it made me feel a lot better. I mean, that's all I want. I just want to be treated as a human being like anybody, and supported and loved, and I just always wanted people to stand behind me, man. That's all. A little support goes a long way. The people who are supposed to be there for me and support me in my life generally were the ones doing it to me and messing me over. And that's the whole reason why I went through all this. Had people just supported me and been behind me and wanted to see me win, like most families and most people, like all y'all that can't relate because you don't know what it's like. I would have never had these problems, but these problems are good problems to have because they taught me so much. I would have never became Batman had I not been neglected. I would have never became Batman had I not been through, tons of what. Okay. I would have never become Batman had these folks online not done what they've done. Like I said, you've done nothing but help me. I really sincerely have to thank you. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not going to stoop to your level. I'm not going to talk like you. I don't have a back and forth. And I think that's really what it is, what they want. And I think that's why they're so upset and triggered and pressed all the time, because I'm not like them. And I don't think like that. I want good for everybody, including you folks. Um, I think that you should get it together, and that's about it. I think that you should learn how to be positive, and it is what it is. But I mean, you all have pretty much already wasted all your time, so it is what it is. But like I said, God will decide everything. You will be judged by God. You know what I mean? God's wrath is upon you, and that's just the truth. So me, I don't worry about nothing. God got me, but you evil folks and wicked folks, you should definitely be worried. Very much so, because there's divine confirmation on the wall right now. Another prediction of what's coming next. And every prediction I've made has come true, mind you. We don't got to rush it. I want you to feel it right now. I want to let it simmer. Okay? Oh, it's coming. It's coming because of God. It's coming because, like I said, I told you folks, I warned you time and time again. I told you don't play with me. I told you you're not going to keep talking to me like that. I told you you're going to respect me. Okay? I don't feel no way. I don't ever have to bat an eyelash or lift a finger because God is going to handle things for me. What the hell is he doing? Is that affiliated with me or what? Or are they trying to say hi? There's a whole bunch of stuff going on right here. What is going on? This truck just parked in the middle of the highway. There's a police and an ambulance. Oh, that's why. Okay. No, he was getting out the way for the ambulance, I guess. Yeah. Kind of weird though to when he's getting off the expressway and he's going to turn anyway. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Unless they were looking at me or they knew me or something. I don't know. That's why I was just paying attention. That's what I'm saying. God always got me, man. God is going to keep blessing me, going to keep protecting me. Uh, it is what it is, man. Me, quite frankly, I'm always ready for whatever. And like I said, I'm going to keep on doing what I do. It's become a big deal and it's very real. And the Valley supports me, man. That's the thing that I really realized today is God did put me here for a reason, and he put me in the Valley because this is actually the perfect place for me right now and to start. And I think people do have my back a lot more than I think I've understood or thought. So that's a good feeling, man. So it's what it is. This is definitely, home. And I think that's what they're jelly of and upset of because, they don't have a home and they never will. Forever homeless. Oh, for real. I can't win anymore. Uh, that's hilarious. It's just funny because it's all they say. So, they sometimes they gotta get a little taste of what they dish out. Like I'm a good person. I don't even like talking like that. And that's my thing. I'm on here just trying to have fun. We can keep it all in kind spirits and have fun. And folks don't want to do that, then we need to go ahead and go our own direction. So we'll just leave them behind and they'll never catch up. They'll never be able to compete. And they know it. We all know it. I mean, they ain't coming close. None of these folks. But yeah, that's a personal thing. That's something with just these folks online. It ain't people, you know. I mean, I'm sure it is, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm gonna let God handle that. I think that God will set folks straight, and I mean, God is either going to judge you and deal accordingly, or God is going to work on your heart and wake you up and have you on my side. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at that. So that's what you got to do. You got to just be the bigger person and walk away. And that's my real true advice to anyone because you know what other option is there? I mean, any alternative in any situation is just going to get you in trouble, get you in predicaments you don't want to be in. 9 times out of 10, I mean, it's never worth it. It's not. I mean, it's not okay. And like I said, this is all I just want folks to talk to me the right way, and that's anybody. So, like I said, I mean, that's my thing. I've made it perfectly clear my position, and a lot of these people they just don't know how to act and they don't know how to talk to folks, and that's on them, man. That's not my issue. It has nothing to do with me. Feel me? So So it is what it is. We're going to keep on moving forward. We're going to keep on winning. I said winning. You understand? And we're going to keep on having fun and enjoying ourselves. And that's it. Let them folks stay mad. We up over $130. So I know they're really in their feelings. And I kind of caught up in the videos today because I was a little behind. Like I said, that's the whole deal. They trying to hold me back and they can't. Never could. And in the process of trying to hold me back, you've actually had me become stronger and stronger. You made me more and more unstoppable. I mean, that's what God told me. He said he's going to make me unstoppable. I'm the immortal vampire. You know, that's the thing. They want to get on YouTube and hide and act like it's cute, like I'm like them. Yeah, but this ain't a gimmick. You know, this is all real, and I back it up, and I've already proven it all. So until you want to acknowledge that, there's no point in us talking, and there's no point in us talking anyway, because, well, y'all don't have an identity. You have nothing going for you, and you have nothing to offer me, and, you know, you just want to sit there and be, you know, you're committed to disagreeing with anything I say. Like, okay, they're committed to misunderstanding me when I make perfect sense, but that's going to have an effect on you. You see what I'm saying? And it has been. So it's no surprise, like I said, when evil people, you know, get what they deserve and go through these things, because you're bringing it upon yourself. It's no surprise. It's not going to be a surprise when all this karma continues to be delivered and come. None of it's going to be a surprise to me. And it's crazy to me because they'll sit there and act surprised. They're just very fake people and they know they're fake. And I just don't understand that, man. You have to understand, nobody wants to be like y'all. They look up to me. People want to be like me because I'm alive and I got the human spirit within me. And I stand up for what's right. I'm a good person. You know, that's why I run around doing good deeds for folks and helping folks and doing the best that I can to help people. Like I said, you saw homeboy got out of jail today. He was telling me what happened. I'm not going to talk about it on here, but he was telling me what happened, and I was just talking to him for a minute, and he was super cool, man. I said, hey, you want to do a video? Because this is what I do, and this is my career, and I like to get people involved. And he was like, hell yeah. He was like, that'd be cool. And so I told him the channel. I hope he'll remember it. And, you know, I was just helping him. He was asking me where the bus was and basic questions, because I know pretty much everything out here. I've been through a lot out here. I know a lot. So, and I told him he can ask me whatever he needs. I'll help him. But yeah, that's the thing, bro. Like, I meet a lot of people that get out of that jail, out of Carrizales. You know, it's within the area. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of perfect for what I'm doing as Batman. You know, and I don't sit there and look at criminals like they're criminals or criminals like they're my enemy or anything like that. You know, it just, everything is always situational. You know what I'm saying? So he was a cool dude. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that I helped him, and we're always here to help everybody. And, you know, it is what it is. I do what I need to do, you know. And you can just tell by looking at me on the video camera anytime that it's real, and I'm real, and I'm the real thing, man. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is biblical. Every step I've taken, everything I've been through, everything I've survived, all my challenges is actual biblical history. God told me this. I'm not joking. This is biblical. So it's why they had Kanye West stealing my quotes, saying I'm the main character in all of history. The main character in all of history is Tyree Sneak, me. And that's why these folks like in that church cult are funny, and I laugh, and all these people, because they know that they're delusional. They know what they're saying doesn't exist. They know I'm the biggest deal, I mean, ever. And that's why I don't play with folks like that. I don't come around them, because you're going to try to talk to me like you don't know what's up, and all y'all know what's up. You know, they want to talk to me like I'm not. They want to downplay my fame or my talent or my gifts or the fact that I'm the anointed chosen one for real, and they're all nobodies. You know, it's just what the devil do. So we know they're all wicked. Everybody in that church cult is wicked. These people online are wicked. I mean, you can't get blessed when you're wicked. You're not winning anything. You'll never win because God is going to deal with that regardless. God always deals with the wicked. Always. He doesn't let anything slide. That's why I think you folks are funny because I couldn't even understand why somebody would want to be evil. And it's because you're scared. That's where evil comes from, fear. That's where all them emotions you feel and you're spreading, right? And trying to project and promote. None of those feelings are good or nice. Like, come on, bro. Nah. God don't like ugly. You feel me? I mean, other than that, trying to talk about this and that, brother, I'm beautiful. The most handsome man that was ever created. I'm perfect. And I look the way y'all want to look today. And I look perfect. I mean, this is my look. This is how I was supposed to look always. You know what I'm saying? I got fangs. I'm the immortal vampire. I'm not joking. I mean, how is it that I'm an icon and a public celebrity, right? And like, you think that people don't look at me and be like, man, he's good looking. Like, like I told you, I used to walk into clubs and women would be like, you're extremely good looking. I'm like, oh, thank you. They're like, no, no, you don't understand. Like, you're gorgeous. Like, you're extremely good looking. Like, I'm like, oh, well, thanks. So people notice. I mean, they noticed in Dallas too when I was actually living in my truck. I remember I went in a mall and there was this chick working in there. She was from the culture too. That's why people like Rob Wack are mad because, I mean, it's just the truth. Like, I'm a good looking guy, so everybody's kind of attracted to me without me trying. Um, and it's just the way of the world. It's never going to change. I'm not asking for it. I have Christina. She's all I want and need, truthfully. And I'm not looking for attention. I'm not like a lot of you so called women do. But, it is what it is. It's just not something I look for or care about, but it's always going to be there. It always was my entire life. And that's why people like that are going to be jelly, because they see what it is. He had a big frown on his face. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, the fact is that, people are always going to be attracted to me. I mean, I have a hell of an energy too about me, but yeah, I remember I went in that mall in Dallas and it was the same thing. They were like, wow, you're so good looking. I'm like, thank you. And I was living in my truck. You know what I mean? Like, I just had walked in the mall. So that's why these people are so upset. Cause I mean, even when I had like very little money or I was living in a truck or homeless or any of these things, or I was never really homeless because I owned properties. But my point is like coming up when we had hard times in different areas, I mean, you know, people like I always was still able to be me and I was still resourceful and I still never had any of those problems. And, like I knew people, I had friends. I mean, I just lived my life to the best of my ability, and I'm very proud of myself. I'm extremely proud of Christina. I'm super proud of you, honey. Seriously. And that's what I'm saying. I don't look for attention from anyone because I want attention from Christina, my girlfriend, and future wife. That's what I want. So, and that's all I want. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I mean, that's what I mean. When you got folks that want to go online and start talking and they know everything they saying isn't true, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that at any point. Like I said, you've accomplished nothing other than creating your own karmic debt, creating your own situation. And now you got to deal with it. Because I'll tell you what, God's about to deal with you. All of you. Yep. Well, mark my words. I don't ever have to do anything. God is going to handle you. That I can assure you on everything I love. hmm hmm And again, I'm not like you. Again, I hope all y'all. I wish all y'all the best. I pray for you because you're gonna need it for real. Because God is pissed. Okay, trust me. You think I am good luck because God's on another level with it. So God told me vengeance is mine. He'll handle all that. He gonna take care of that, and we gonna sit here and laugh at him. You understand? And that's it. You feel me? And not laugh at them. I mean, I'm talking about laugh with having our success, not laugh at them. I mean, like I said, I wish everybody the best. So at the end of the day, we're gonna keep on winning. We're gonna keep on succeeding, and that's it.
So that's about it, man. Like I said, God is literally regenerating me because same thing happened with the steel armor today. I told Christina pretty much everything. I told her about it, and I bounced right back from that. I mean, I just keep bouncing back from everything. I mean, honestly, that's why I wasn't training with the steel armor for a good minute now because of what happened, and now I'm getting where I can train with it. So I'm getting super strong. I'm not talking about just regular strong. I mean, I'm talking about strong to the point like I really am, you know, the warrior for God. I'm God's soldier, and my name is 100% true. Christina and I were talking about that too. I don't run and hide from the truth of who I am at all. I embrace it. I know who I am. I know my purpose, and I also know my rules and I know that I don't break them. So again, y'all want to get lost in confusion and translate everything and misquote people like, yeah, you're not listening. I'm not here for folks who can't listen. I mean, if you can listen, then cool. If you on my side, we can talk. If you against me, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. So no, it's been the same result the entire time. And every time that you continue to get online and you're upset, so you want other people to feel how you do, you just built up your own karmic debt, and now God's about to deal with you. So you enjoy that and you have fun with that, because trust me, these people's lives are spiraling out of control. It's in the reading. God is coming right now for them, and yeah, you got to worry about God. And there's no greater power than God, and God decides what happens in this realm and on this planet, and He always will. You understand? So again, you're not God, and God is about to show you who's boss and who's God. So, like I said, keep on running your mouth now. You understand? And this is what I was waiting for, quite frankly. Because some folks, sorry, but some folks just got to learn their lesson the hard way. Real talk. And that's what we have here. What we have here is a failure to communicate. All right. Well, there won't be no failure to communicate now because God's going to make it crystal clear, because He already did. And y'all folks want to run around and pretend you don't know. They're a joke, bro. Their entire, all their entire thing is getting online. They have nothing going for them and talking about me and saying things that aren't true. Come on, bro. We got nothing to do with that. Like, I live life. I've done so much in my life, it's unreal. Like, we have nothing to do with folks like that. So, like I said, this is privatized. Christina and I are going to continue to move forward. And that's it. And that's why they do it, because they're trying to affect my relationship. And it's done nothing but make us stronger. Every time that I am upset or in a mood, once I calm down, we end up talking it out. And it just helps us. And that's why they're doing it, because they want to affect things between us, because they're trying to block my blessings. And you just don't get, these aren't blessings that can be blocked. God is going to bless me no matter what. Christina will never leave my side. I promise you that. And, she told me, she said, no, that's not true. I love you very much. And, she's doing her best and she's there for me and she really loves me. So I would never give up on Christina. That's the honest truth. It's just when I get upset and I'm human like anyone. And we all say things that we don't mean. It's not a big deal. So yeah, like I said, those people ain't got nothing going for them. They ain't got nothing better to do. We're going to continue to build. I think it's like 122 world records. Now I'm doing everything with the 18 gauge steel armor on. It's just amazing, man. God is good. God is great. God is amazing. We're going to keep on pressing, and I'm going to try to maintain a positive attitude and keep pushing forward. All right. So I'll talk to you in a minute.